So when you go into DeFi, what exactly are you guys doing? You're taking Bitcoin that you own and Ether and earning
Here's what
interest?
I want, Pomp, okay? I'm an investor. So there must be many other investors like me. I've made my decision to 3 to 5% allocation. Probably as you snuck out of me, I'm going to be moving it up because you're right. Gold's not doing anything for me. And
3 plus 5 is 8, not 5.
Well,
so you could get rid of
10.
all the gold.
It could get to 10. It could get to 10.
All right.
But we're bound by certain covenants just in how we manage the operating company.
10, I feel like, is on the upper bound of most conservative investors, right? So it still fits within the kind of bands, if you will. If you're a conservative investor, most of your focus is outside of crypto.
Yeah.
1 to 10% is kind of the band.
10's up there, Pomp.
5%
for an institutional investor, 10 is up there.
Yeah, of course.
Right now, that number for the big guys is 3%. They're happy and they want Bitcoin. They haven't gotten past that yet. Bitcoin is the property, the digital asset they want, and they want
it's a store of value.
Store of value, and you've been right on that. Can't deny that. Okay, it's a volatile.
Whoa, we might have to roll the tape back.
You may have to erase that. But my whole point is it has inherent volatility. But imagine. So here's my thoughts about DeFi. Okay, I've got the vol. I know I'm going to be up and down 38% a year. That's what it's been historically, right? So we're seeing that. We've had a crazy vol right here.
We're literally recording this on a day that it's been down 40% in a month.
Okay, so let's say in my case, my DeFi company, of which I'm a large shareholder now, I say to the guys, look, let's put a bunch of crypto on our balance sheet, all right? I'm going to own a third of that balance sheet or whatever I own of the balance sheet. I want you to loan that out and get me between a 4.5% and an 8% yield. Now, of course, I have to mark to market the change in value because it's going up and down, but I'm kind of agnostic because I'm owning it as property. I don't really care because it's an allocation. Let's say it's 5%. It's going to stay at 5. I'll change it every quarter, adding or taking away from it, but I want you to loan it out there. So the whole operation, the DeFi operation, is to start doing these contracts for me on an AI basis. So it can go look to the market, see what the spreads are on all these different opportunities. I don't want to get too complicated with it.
It's basically yield farming. What you guys are going to do is yield farming.
And then others that are interested, like I am, on taking their asset, and imagine if I could have, over these years, had a 5% yield on my gold. That would have been incredible. Well, I can on my crypto. So that's really what I'm doing in DeFi. And I think I've got the best team in North America. Everybody says that, but I'm backing this team because I've done a lot of due diligence on them. And I think, in the next few months, that will become part of our portfolio with a yield metric to it. So
because what you're basically saying is you're going to keep the assets denominated in the asset, right? Yeah. So let's say, just for easy things, you have 100 ETH. You put that in, you want 8%. So now you're going to end the year with 108 ETH.
Staying in ETH.
Regardless of, did the price go up or down?
I might go back to fiat to just pay some expenses, but I'm going to stay in ETH on that balance sheet. And you as a shareholder, go with me in the share price as my assets grow.
Do you think that, because this is a really important piece that I think the traditional world hasn't woken up to yet, it sounds like you're now getting there, is once you leave fiat into crypto, you don't go back.
I don't want to go back.
Okay.
Why would I?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, how do you think about it, right? So you've got 100% of your assets. You've said, I'm going to take 3, I'm going to put it into crypto.
Yeah.
Maybe that goes up, maybe it doesn't, whatever. But let's just say it's 3 to 5%, whatever the allocation is. Once you put that into crypto, why are you not going back into fiat?
Well, the reason I would come back out, let's say our covenant is a max on 10, which is most institutions, that is max arena.
Okay. All right. So 10 is the max allocation.
Because if you're going, you basically, if you have LPs or you have other shareholders or you have other constituents, you've told them you have a covenant of diversification and it might be 10%, whatever it is. But it's not much higher than that. So when you get to 12% at the end of a quarter in your crypto, you're going to trim back to fiat. You're going to go back to 10%. Or maybe, and then you just sit in the weeds waiting for correction and you buy back up to 10%. I've been buying.
You bought the dip.
Well, it's not really a dip. It's maintaining the 3% weighting, right?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying the dip in the price.
Yeah, I know. But to me, it's okay. We're 2.4 and we said we're at 3. Buy up to 3. Because we've had a correction. You can't call that's a correction. We just had.
Well, I mean, look, in 2017, there was 6 over 30%, I think, right? There was 2 40% drawdown. So it doesn't feel good, right? When the asset draws down, but it's not atypical for the kind of historical bull runs, right? Which again, if you tell in the traditional world, hey, there's going to be 40% drawdowns, but you're going to go up 20x in a year, they're like, I'm out.
Well,
right?
They don't like that
I'm out of this.
but in this case, you end up with more coin after that correction, and then you're out loaning it out, and you're getting and with that volatility, you just got 200 basis points more yield. People don't understand vol is good for yield. It's not good for your stomach. But it actually helps you mine yield from your crypto. And so when you understand those smart contracts and how it's being loaned out, and I'm getting way more sophisticated. So I look at it now with my team saying, okay, you could even put leverage on this if you want, which we don't. But I think that's a crazy chicken move. But you could really